Yeah, Jeff Koons is a really interesting artist from the fact that he entered the profession as an artist relatively late on, having worked in Wall Street and in business. And I think that relationship between art and commerce is something that comes through sort of hugely in his work, and is something that he's played with often to extraordinary effect. Winter Bears is a work made out of wood, carved by specialist Bavarian wood carvers. And this highly skilled, highly sort of craft-orientated practice that Koons used to create the work is in high contrast with the subject matter, which is a very kitsch image of two bears waving goodbye or waving hello to the viewer. The work was made for an exhibition in 1988 called Banality, and in a way the title of the exhibition tells us everything about the kind of concepts that Koons was interested in considering, that the banal in our life, in our world, may be something to question and consider.
I think with the mirrors you have Koons doing a number of very sophisticated things. He started by taking sort of cartoon shape animals that are made in coloured mirrors, such as you might have as a child's toy, but raised to a large scale, simplifying the shapes and bringing together a whole spectrum of colour through these different incredibly complicated structures. And by assembling them in the way that's possible, at least facing each other, you then get the further development of a spectrum of colour as you look from one to the other. You see the reflections echoing down the room, so that in a way you've got the whole business of making art happening in front of you. A rather extraordinary effect. Well, with the new Hoover Convertibles, which he brings together in the 80s, he's tapping into the tradition of Marcel Duchamp's ready-made, of choosing an object from everyday life for its unaesthetic qualities and presenting it so that it is transformed by its entrance into the gallery. You look at it in a different way. The thing that's familiar from being kept under the stairs at home, lit and presented in this way, you start to think about your life and about what it means in a different way. I think you probably see a number of things. You see the complexity to the design that goes into these works, and it's interesting that Koons has chosen different types of Hoover to focus upon. One of the things that's rather poignant about the work, it seems to me, is that with the passage of time, that thing that was new and encased and meant something directly to someone in 1982, for argument's sake, now looks of its period. And so we start to see encased within those works a passage of time.